Most people give up. They let the pain win. They tell themselves, maybe this isn't for me. They convince themselves that they aren't strong enough, smart enough, talented enough. But you are different. You are the kind of person who keeps going. The kind of person who fights for what they want. The kind of person who understands that pain is not the enemy. It is the path. Because every time you push through the pain, you build a new level of strength. Every time you keep going when you want to quit, you develop a mindset of resilience. Every time you show up, even when you don't feel like it, you prove to yourself that you are unstoppable. This is what separates the great from the average. This is what separates the winners from those who just talk about winning. The ones who succeed are the ones who refuse to quit. They feel the pain, but they don't stop. They feel the fear, but they move forward anyway. They fail, but they get back up every single time. And that's what you must do. Because if you quit now, the pain doesn't disappear. It just takes a different form. It turns into regret. And regret is far worse than pain. Pain is temporary. It lasts for a moment, a day, a week. But regret stays with you forever. Regret is waking up every day knowing you could have done more. Regret is knowing you had the chance to become something greater, but you let fear and discomfort hold you back. Regret is a prison. But here's the good news. It's not too late. Right now you have a choice. Right now you can decide to go all in. Right now you can make the commitment that you will never quit, no matter how hard it gets. The question is, are you ready to rise? Enough waiting, enough doubting, enough sitting on the sidelines watching life pass you by. You are not helpless. You are not stuck. You are not limited. The only thing standing between you and the life you want is you. Your mindset, your habits, your choices. No more excuses. No more blaming circumstances. No more waiting for someone to come and hand you an opportunity, because no one will. The truth is, success is earned, not given. Every single person who has ever achieved anything great had to start somewhere. They had to struggle. They had to push through obstacles. They had to fight their own doubts, fears, and insecurities. But you know what they didn't do? They didn't quit. They didn't wait for permission. They didn't wait for perfect conditions. They didn't wait for someone to tell them they could do it. They just started. And that's what you need to do. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when you feel ready. Now. So right now, make a decision. A decision to stop waiting. A decision to stop doubting. A decision to stop giving in to the fear and the excuses and the limitations that have been holding you back. Because from this moment on, the past no longer defines you. From this moment on, your circumstances don't control you. From this moment on, the only thing that matters is what you choose to do. And if you choose to go all in, if you choose to bet on yourself, there is nothing in this world that can stop you. Because it doesn't matter who we are, it only matters what we become. And today, you become unstoppable. You have two choices in life, to be average or to be unstoppable. Most people will choose average. They'll choose comfort. They'll choose the easy road, the one with the least resistance. They'll sit back and wait for something to happen, hoping life will hand them what they want. But you are not most people. You are not here to be average. You are here to push, to grind, to struggle, and to win. Because winning is not about luck. It's not about talent. It's about who's willing to suffer more. It's about who can keep moving forward when everything is telling them to stop. It doesn't matter who we are. It doesn't matter where we come from. It doesn't matter what we've been through. What matters is who we decide to be. Think about this. Where will you be in 1 year if you keep doing what you're doing now? Will you be stronger, smarter, more successful? Or will you still be making the same excuses, stuck in the same place, wondering why nothing has changed? You already know the answer. Every day you waste is a day you will never get back. Every moment you hesitate is a moment that could have been spent moving forward. It's time to stop talking. Time to stop overthinking. Time to stop doubting yourself. The time is now, not tomorrow, not next week, not next year. Now. Because if you don't take control of your life, someone else will. If you don't chase your dreams, someone else will. If you don't put in the work, someone else will. And when you see them succeed, when you see them living the life you wish you had, you'll realize something. They weren't more talented than you. They weren't luckier than you. They weren't better than you. They just decided to act. They just decided to push forward when it got hard. They just decided to show up every single day. And they left you behind. The only way is forward. Life doesn't stop. Time doesn't pause. And success won't wait for you to feel ready. So what are you going to do? So stop waiting. Stop looking for permission. Stop hoping someone will come along and push you. You don't need anyone else to validate you. You don't need a pat on the back. You don't need external motivation. Everything you need is already inside you. The greatest victories in life come from winning the battle with yourself, conquering your self-doubt, silencing your excuses, showing up even when it's hard. That's where real success is built. Not in the moments of glory, but in the moments of struggle. When nobody is watching, when nobody is clapping, when it's just you and your decision to keep going. You don't get what you wish for. You get what you work for. You get what you fight for. You get what you refuse to quit on. So wake up. Take control. Set your standard higher. And don't stop until you become the person you were meant to be. Because at the end of the day, the only competition is you. Now go. Win the battle. It's great to have role models, people who motivate you and remind you of what's possible. But the most powerful inspiration comes from within. Every time you push through fear, overcome a challenge, or achieve a goal, you're creating proof of your own strength. Think back to a moment when you felt unstoppable. Maybe it was acing a test, completing a difficult project, or crushing a fitness milestone. Those moments are reminders of what you're capable of. They're the fuel that keeps you going when things get tough. The more you prove yourself to yourself, the more unstoppable you become. Don't just look for inspiration, be it. Be the kind of person who inspires others simply by showing up for yourself every single day. Gratitude is a game changer. When you focus on what you're thankful for, you shift your mindset from scarcity to abundance. You stop dwelling on what you lack and start appreciating what you have. Gratitude isn't just about feeling good. It's about fueling action. When you're grateful for the opportunities you have, you're more likely to seize them. When you're grateful for the lessons failure teaches you, you're more likely to keep going. Some people sit around waiting for the world to give them something. They think they deserve success just because they want it. They think life should be easier. Let's get one thing straight. Nobody owes you anything. You don't deserve success just because you show up. You don't deserve wealth just because you work hard. You don't deserve happiness just because you're a good person. You only get what you fight for. You only get what you earn. So if you want more, take it. Work for it. Earn it. Stop complaining about what you don't have and start working for what you want. Nobody is stopping you except you. Lock in. Success is not about one big breakthrough. It's about doing the right things every single day, Wake up early. Hit the gym. Stick to your goals. Push yourself when nobody is watching. These small wins add up. They build momentum. They make you unstoppable. So stop waiting for a big moment to change your life. Start today. Start with the next decision you make. Start with the next action you take. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to start. Because the longer you wait, the harder it gets. Lock in. You were made to break barriers. You were made to shatter expectations. You were made to become something greater than even you thought possible. But none of that happens if you don't make a choice. You either let the world define you, or you define yourself. You either let circumstances control you, or you take control. You either make excuses, or you make progress. Because at the end of the day, there's one simple truth. Winners find a way. Losers find an excuse. So what are you going to do? Are you going to keep telling yourself why you can't? Or are you going to get up right now and show yourself why you can? Because that's the only difference. It's not about who we are. It's about what we do with what we have. It's about how far we're willing to go when everything inside us screams to stop. It's about who keeps going when the rest quit. The people who make it to the top, they aren't always the smartest. They aren't always the strongest. They aren't always the most talented. They're simply the ones who refused to stop. The ones who took action. The ones who didn't wait for permission. Didn't wait for the perfect moment. Didn't wait for someone to believe in them. Because they believed in themselves. Here's the truth. You can train your body all you want, but if your mind is weak, you will always break. If your mind is not conditioned to handle pressure, you will quit the moment things get uncomfortable. That's why you must train your mind like a warrior. You must prepare yourself for battle every single day. Warriors don't just fight when it's convenient. They don't just push themselves when they feel motivated. They show up no matter what. They don't care if they're tired. They don't care if they're sore. They don't care if they failed yesterday. They don't care if nobody believes in them. They show up, they work, they fight, because that is what warriors do. Most people wait until they feel ready. They wait for the perfect moment. They wait for motivation. But warriors know that motivation is unreliable. Discipline is the key. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline stays. Discipline is what gets you up when you don't want to move. Discipline is what makes you push harder when every muscle in your body is screaming to stop. Discipline is what separates the weak from the strong. You can have all the talent in the world, but if you don't have the discipline to do the work, you will fail. If you don't have the discipline to wake up early, to stay focused, to push through pain, then you will never reach your potential. Warriors don't fear failure. They embrace it. They know that every failure is a step closer to success. They know that mistakes are proof they are trying. They don't let fear control them. They don't let fear stop them. They feel fear and move forward anyway. So ask yourself, are you ready to train your mind like a warrior? Are you ready to commit? Are you ready to push past your limits? Are you ready to fight for the life you want? Because if you are, then it's time to stop talking. It's time to stop dreaming. It's time to start acting. Train your mind. Strengthen your will. Become unstoppable. And remember this, a warrior never stops. A warrior never gives up. A warrior never settles. And neither should you. Now go, train your mind. Train your body. Train your life. And become who you were meant to be. Every single day is a test. Life is not going to hand you what you want. It will test you, push you, challenge you, and try to break you. And most people crack under pressure. Most people fold when it gets hard. They back down. They settle. They accept defeat. But you are not most people. You have a fire inside you, a voice in your head that tells you to keep going.